Thank you so much. I would like to introduce one more very important individual. And so right now is a wonderful time to be a part of the arts. When I was growing up, all anybody could ever talk about was how much that budgets were being cut and programs were being reduced or completely eliminated. And here we are now, 20 some odd years later, and we're very, very fortunate that we are now sort of on the opposite end of that, and we find ourselves now with more funding and more opportunity becoming available post-COVID, and a lot of programs are being reformed or reinvigorated, and some of these dollars have gone to bring in people like Mr. Morga, who we met earlier, but I also want to introduce Miss Kyla Stevers right over here, and she is another one of our teacher assistants, and Kyla has some proficiencies that myself or Mr. Morga do not. She's a very fine piano player and keyboardist, and also an excellent percussion player and saxophone player. And she's been with us for a little bit this year as well. And she's going to be helping accompany this next tune for our orchestra. It's the first time they've actually played with an accompanist to go along with it. Now this is a really cool, really sort of creepy tune. You could probably tell from the title. This is The Abandoned Funhouse. All right, we've got one more here. Chamber strings, will you please be prepared to take the stage immediately following beginning? Chamber strings, be prepared. So something really interesting started happening the last couple of months. It's very typical for a music teacher to have kids, in the room during nutrition or during lunch, but sometimes they're just kind of goofing off. This year, over the last couple of months, there has been so much practicing happening. It has been just like, oh my gosh. So I don't know if they're practicing at home, but they're definitely practicing in my room for sure. And there is, like never fails, a group of anywhere between about 4 to 10 of the kids from this group that are just regular fixtures after school. I don't have to say a thing. I don't have to beg them to take their music out. They run over to the room and they get their sheet music out and they get their instruments out and they just start to play. And it's awesome. And this piece of music, I think, was one of the ones that sort of lit the fire a little bit. We heard an awful lot of this one. This is a very energetic piece, and I think this is one where they've really sort of found their identity. This is Impulse. One more hand for our beginning strings, everybody.